Welcome back to the Law Show. I'm attorney Brian Dailey, broadcasting live from high atop the Law Show studios in the Windy City, Chicago, on 890 AM WLS, overlooking the Emerald Green River. Thanks to Mayor Emanuel for keeping that tradition alive. I remember growing up as a boy in Burlington, Iowa, always hearing about that, and I love being in Chicago when they do that. That is such an awesome spectacle, such an awesome sight. And I still believe that Chicago is the most Irish city in the entire world outside of Ireland. It certainly is the most fun Irish city. There's no question about that, and I'm not even going to limit that to just outside of Ireland. It is the most fun Irish city in the entire universe, and you can quote me on that. I'm attorney Brian Dailey, broadcasting live from high atop this Law Show studios, answering all your legal questions at 855-529-7469. That's 855-LAW SHOW. And we are going to go back to the phones right now. We're going to talk to Bill. Bill, welcome to the Law Show. Bill, turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. What can I do for you?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What can I do for you?
I'm a landlord, not a tenant, who gave me a check for $1,300, which is not good. It's not clear.
Okay, you got to take it to the bank and get them to stamp on it, rejected insufficient funds, and then take it to the police, and the police will take it from there. That's what you got to do. All right?
Thank you. That's simple.
You're welcome. If you have any trouble with that, give me a call, and you know the number, right?
I do.
What is the number?
1-855-529 something else.
855-LAW SHOW. 855-LAW SHOW. That's the number. Thanks for calling the Law Show, Bill. We're going to continue answering all your legal questions at 855-529-7469. We're going to talk to Ed. Ed, welcome to the Law Show.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
6 years ago, my oldest son was killed in a boating accident.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. We bought a family monument. I figured that way I wouldn't have to go through all that trouble again. Well, the following year, we went to the cemetery on my wife's birthday. He was killed on her birthday, and we went there to visit him, and we were going to go out to eat. And it's upset her so much, she said she wanted to go home, and you know, last thing she said was, "Please, Eddie, don't let me die," and she died. So my question is, I bought the monument from Maurice Moore Memorials.
Don't mention any names of businesses.
Oh, okay. Well, they engraved it exactly the way we wanted it.
Right.
And it was very, very nice.
Okay.
Well, the following year, I buried my wife next to my son, and they engraved her section.
Okay.
Well, 2 years ago, my son's thing started to fade. Last year, it faded completely, and I went to the monument company, and they said, well, we'll have to look at it. And they kind of dilly-dallied around for the whole summer and never did anything. And it's completely faded. And their argument was that it was, well, it's just sitting in the sun and the weather and everything else. I says, well, then why doesn't my wife's fade? So hers is exactly the same age now as his was when I was complaining about it,
right.
And the color is still there. You know, is there anything I can do about that? It's totally faded.
Well, let me ask you this. What did you spend on the monument?
Close to $20,000. But counting the gravesite fee.
I just want to know, what was the cost of the monument, though?
A little under $18,000.
That's a lot of money. So, yeah, I think there's probably something that you can do. I don't think you're going to be able to get it done on your own. I think you're going to have to get in touch with the lawyer. What you've got essentially is a warranty claim, a product liability claim. I don't know if the warranty still applies because it is 6 years old.
But I started a complaint 4.5 years ago.
No, I understand that, and I get that. And I think there's something still that you should be able to do about this. And at the very least, they need to come out and re-engrave it, okay? Or take it back in and re-engrave it and get it redone. If that's possible, they've got to mitigate their damages, and they don't seem like they're taking very good care of you. They certainly don't follow the rule that I follow, and that is that the customer's always right.
I also was told by someone else out there representing a different company that there's some kind of lithium or some kind of special paint that they put on the monuments, and he said that all they have to do is make another template and repaint it.
See, I don't know. I don't know because that's
I don't either. But then when I mentioned that to them, they says, "Yeah, but that's he kind of like puffed it off because there was a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Well, listen, here's what I'd like to invite you to do, okay? I'd like to invite you to meet with me and Brian Russell in our Chicago office. Can you do that? We don't charge for the initial consultation. We'll sit down and talk with you about what we can do and what it may cost you in order to get this done. But we don't charge for the initial consultation. Do you think you'd be interested in that invitation?
Sure.
All right. So on Monday, I want you to call after 10 a.m., 855-LAW-SHOW, and ask for Debbie. That's our legal assistant in Chicago. And she'll make an appointment for you to see Brian Russell and myself in the Chicago office at 30 North LaSalle, Suite 3200. Okay?
Okay. Debbie...
Call 855-LAW-SHOW and tell Debbie you want a Chicago...
I got that. And then Brian Russell?
Just tell Debbie you want a Chicago appointment, and she'll take care of you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling Law Show. Such an unfortunate event. Lost a son, and then lost a son on Mom's birthday, and then lost Mom a year later. Oh, my God. The poor fella. God bless him for keeping on the way he's going to do. I'm going to help that guy out. Anyway, my name is Brian Dailey. You know I'm host of the Law Show. I'm founder of the Dailey Law Firm with offices in Chicago, Detroit, and Florida. I'm broadcasting now from high atop the Law Show studios in the Windy City, Chicago, and we are overlooking the Emerald Green River, compliments of Mayor Rahm Emanuel. What a great mayor that guy is. He's doing a great job. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And his efforts coming out of the Obama administration. We're going to continue answering all your legal questions at 855-529-7469, but not until next week. I want to remind everybody that if you're on the phone, don't get off yet, because I'm going to continue the Law Show Extra. We're going to continue to answer your phones even though we're not on the air. So if you have a question and you still want to call, I'll be here for a few more minutes. Call 855-529-7469. It's the Law Show. We have offices in Chicago, Detroit, and Florida. We can handle any issue you may have. If you know of anybody facing a foreclosure, now is the time to have them call so we can keep them in their homes. If you have some sort of an injury case and you know somebody that does, get with us immediately. We'll tell you how much time you got to bring it. You want to make sure that you have a good time on this great St. Patrick's Day and imbibe a bit, but not too much. Don't drink and drive. Call a cab. If you get in trouble, call me, 855-529-7469. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll be back next week.